Now students, in this video I'm going to discuss the printing patterns of this form. So here I have two patterns. One is this one and the other is this one. All right. Okay. Now, for example, I have to print all right. This is the pattern. So what will I do here? I will draw a matrix for this pattern. Okay. And now when I draw the matrix, what I find here that first row, second row and third row. These are the row numbers and columns are 1, 2, 3. So 3 by 3 matrix I have drawn here. Now how to convert this or implement this into a form of a program? I'm going to write here a class as we are writing a Java program. So class say pat for the pattern and public void show. Okay. Now how many rows are there? So outer loop, as I've already told you, that is for the rows. So here I write intr. R I have written with the purpose that you always remember that this is meant for the row. Otherwise you can have any other name for the variable. How many rows are there? 3. R is increased by 1. After that, as I always advise you students, just to write the statement for changing the line so that later you don't forget about it. Okay, if you forget, then it is already there. So just write this changing the line statement and forget about it. Okay. Now what is happening here? First row, 1 question mark, 1 time printing, or you may say, okay, 1 time question mark, 2 time question mark, third row 3 time question mark. That means printing in the column depends upon the number of the row. So the loop which we are going to write here, the nested loop, it is meant for the sub process. In drawing pattern, what is the main process? Main process is moving to the row and some process is printing in the column of that row. Don't forget, printing into the column of that row. So that printing here in the column is controlled by the row loop and ultimately it's going to be printed into the column of that particular row. So column, how many columns are there? If I look at this matrix, 3 columns are there. But I don't have to utilize all the columns in every row. First row, 1 question mark, only 1 column is utilized. Second row, 2 question marks, only 2 columns are utilized. That means 1 to 1. Right? Here, if I talk about 1 to 2, here if I talk about 1 to 3, and these numbers are here basically the limit for printing in the column, and that is being controlled by the row number. Because if I say 1 to 1, that means 1 is the row number. When I say 1 to 2, 2 is the row number because 2 question marks are there. When I say 1 to 3, 3 is the row number. That means beginning is always with the 1, but end is always up to the row. So I mention R over here. Never give a fixed value here. Students, always remember, whenever something varies, go for the variable. So if I write a fixed value, suppose 3, then it will work always 3 times. 3 question mark, 3 question mark, 3 question mark, 3 times. So it will give us that square which we have already done. That means it will print question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark, like this. Alright. But I want this kind of pattern. So here I will write C less than equal to R. C++. Alright. And here I write system dot out dot print or println. Print, because we are not changing the line, we have to print in the same line. What? Question mark. I will write the question mark here. Alright. And then we close the which loop? For loop. inner loop. There is a nested for loop. Okay, C1. Now I close the outer loop, then I close the function, and then I close the class. So student, this way solution of this program is done. Now if I look at this one, all right, this pattern. So I will reverse this. What I find here, I find this. Okay, like this. So I see this pattern. Now what I will do, I will draw a matrix here. Okay, this time I hope I draw a better matrix. All right, so here I have got the matrix. All right, okay. Now box is ready. Now I will draw the rows. That is done. Now students, immediately what students do, they remember the concept of matrix and then they say, okay, row number is 1, then 2, then 3. Fine, no problem. Then they say column, first column, second column and third column. This pattern printing or drawing the pattern involves a process is moving to the row and then performing certain action or printing something in the column. That we always know. I have already discussed in this pattern. But if I look at this, it said first row 1 time, second row 2 time, third row 3 time. So here printing is 3 time, 2 time and 1 time. All right. Is there any connection between these numbers? Row number 1 3 time, row number 2 2 time, row number 3 1 time. So only 2 says 2 time, otherwise 3 case 1 time. In the case of 1 means row number 1, it's 3 time. So just to make things simple, what I do, I reverse the numbering of the row and I say row number 3, then 2 and then 1. That means the loop for the row will be from 3 to 1, not 1 to 3. So what I will write here, you can see the change and you can compare it yourself. For INTR equals to 3. All right. After that, students, I write R greater than equal to 1 because we are going from 3 to 1. So it will not be less than, it will be greater than equal to 1. And we write R minus minus. All right. Then, as usual, change the line. This change the line you can always write after the nested loop also, not a problem. All right, println. Now, immediately we can connect that printing in the column with the row number because now the row number is 3 to 1, not 1, 2 and 3. It's not. Okay. It's going to be 3, 2 and 1. Now students, I will write INTC equals to what? 1. And C up to what? R. So first time this loop will work 1 to R. R is what? 3. Because first time R is 3. Second time R will be 2. So it will run from 1 to 2. I will have 2 question marks. Then third time R will become 1. So it will work from 1 to 1. So only 1 time. So only 1 question mark is going to be there. It is as simple as that, students. So here I will have C++. And after that I will write system.out.print. Print what? Question mark, definitely. All right. So I just wanted you to give a basic idea of how to go about these patterns of printing triangles. All right. Now I will close the outer loop. Okay. Then I'll put a class say pat1 if I name it differently this time. So public void show. All right, students. Okay. Now I open the curly brace or means write the opening brace of this function. All right. And after that I close the function and then I close the class. I hope everybody has understood it well. Right. Thanks everyone.